the parable of the two lost sons, the longest of the parables in the Gospels, also known as the parable of the prodigal father. And theologian N.T. Wright calls it the parable of the running father. The parable of the running father. A father who runs out to embrace his lost son. If you ever wonder how God is, who God is, what kind of heart he has, how loving and merciful he is, just remember this parable and a picture of the father in this parable. Picture of a God who runs out to embrace the lost one. Today let me focus on some key words in this parable to understand this parable properly and deeply. Here is a story of two ungrateful sons. Two ungrateful sons and an extravagant father. The elder one, resentful, judgmental, and grudging. The younger one, the rebellious one, who wished his father to be dead in asking for his inheritance while he is still alive. It was to go to him anyway after his death. But now, no, I can't wait. Give it to me now. The rebellious son. We may think the elder one is better than the younger one. No. Apparently, we may think that's what we call the parable of the prodigal. No, it's about the two lost. Both are in the same spiritual space. Not those words. Both are in the same spiritual space. What do I mean? I'll explain. You may remember the other day I spoke about God as our home. Whenever we leave God, we go far away, we are bound to feel lonely and lost and homesick. Whenever we leave God in our spiritual life, we are bound to feel lonely, lost, and homesick. Here is the younger son leaving his father and going to a distant country. I'm focusing on those two words, a distant country. In Greek, for those two words, the words are chora, makra. Vast emptiness. The younger son went away to chora, makra, vast emptiness. Vast emptiness. At the Last Supper, Judas leaves Jesus, and John says it was dark. Again, entering into chora, makra. The elder son, even though he stayed at home with his father, he stayed at home with his father, but spiritually he too was in chora, makra, vast emptiness. He never knew the love of his father. The elder son, apparently the saintly one, the holy one, he was obedient to his father. He was too lost in chora, makra. Vast emptiness, a spiritual emptiness, no meaning, there's no joy. He's complaining. The other one is complaining. I have been all these years slaving. What language is that? Slaving? Slaving? It was a kind of command and obedience relationship. Command and obedience relationship. Or in other words, a transactional relationship. A transactional relationship. Fear and obedience. My dear friends, whenever we do things out of fear of God, we are bound to be in chora makra. If you do things out of fear of God, to fulfill an obligation, we are in the place of this elder son. We are bound to be in chora makra, spiritual no joy. Coming to Mass because to fulfill an obligation, chora makra. It's true. If I am here, you are here out of fear of God or to fulfill an obligation, that is chora makra, no joy, spiritual emptiness. Oh, good to examine ourselves. Am I here out of love for God? Or because of the force of the teaching of the church, Sunday obligation? Or something more? Coming here to enjoy the love of this Father, this extravagant Father who is so merciful and kind. I'm here to enjoy, to receive His love and mercy. Good to examine our own hearts, our own thoughts. What makes me do what I do? Out of fear or out of love? Remember this word, good remember this word, Greek words, distant country, chora makra. In my spiritual life, am I at home with God? The vine and the branches, am I at home with God? Am I enjoying this life? Am I enjoying my relationship with God, my spiritual, am I enjoying it? So am I still in a chora makra, fulfilling the obligations, everything with the fear, no love for God? Avoid being in chora makra, be at home with God. Just something more. Sorry, I'm taking your time. This Father goes outside. This Father goes outside. One word, it means a lot. If you're ready for some theology. This Father goes outside. First, he goes outside for his younger one. He runs out to embrace him. Then he goes outside to welcome, to invite his elder son, the saintly one, and he refuses to come inside. Here is a God who goes for the outsiders. Here is a God who goes for the outsiders. Who are the outsiders? In Jesus' time, the tax collectors and the prostitutes, the sinners, the disobedient ones. Whenever you feel you are like an outsider, remember, here is a God who is coming to embrace me and take me home. God of the outsiders. Whenever you feel lost and lonely, remember, here is a God who comes out to take me home, because only when I am at home with Him, then alone I can feel at home. To close, in the words of the theologian Jeffrey Frey, note these words. It's about us, the practicing Catholics, the good religious Catholics, me and you and me. the sin that plagues good people. The Pharisees in today's gospel, and you and me. The sin that plagues good people is called the sin of the constricted heart. The sin of the constricted heart. Ungenerous spirit. Is your heart, is my heart as big, as broad, as welcoming as the heart of God? If I am judgmental, if I think I am better than you, then I have got a constricted heart, the sin of the constricted heart. If I really know I am not feeling at home, I am on the way, I am still not at home with God, and here is a Father waiting for me, I am waiting for His embrace every time I come to Mass. If that's what I feel every time I come to this altar, then there is hope for me. Because then I am bound to feel His loving and merciful embrace.